Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us here on CBLT's channel. Glad to see you guys here in 2022. So, Peter, how's the year going so far for you?
So far, it's been a good year. Not much going on in the field, but a lot going on in the boardroom.
Wonderful, wonderful. So get us up to speed. What's been going on lately?
Well, it was a strange year for us in the field. We had some First Nations issues that we've dealt with and caused by the Ontario government. And out in Manitoba, we had forest fires. The government commandeered our helicopter to go fight the forest fires. Then they commandeered the helicopter to help the people in the remote communities. Then we had an early snowfall. So the field was strange this year. But in the boardroom, we've been very successful. If you've read our disclosure, you'll see that we own roughly 13% of a public non-reporting issuer called Syscom. And you and I were just talking about this before we went live. Syscom has an interesting business model. At our shareholder meeting last August, the shareholders told us to divest our business interests into other areas. So we bought a portion of Syscom and we're assisting them in their go public process.
Interesting. So walk us through that process a little bit. So you own roughly 13% of their outstanding common shares. They go public. What does that mean for CBLT?
Because they haven't filed their prospectus yet, we're limited in what we can disclose to the investing public. But we invested when the company had virtually nothing in it. We have announced that Syscom has already closed on its first acquisition and that it's entered into an LOI for its second acquisition. And it's raising financing at a price far above where we invested. So we expect next quarter, assuming that Syscom files its prospectus, that we'll take a write-up on our balance sheet to reflect the increased value of our investment in Syscom.
Wonderful. So I do implore people, of course, we can't say too much, but if you guys have any questions about the Syscom thing, let us know. We'll happily dive into it. But Peter, is there anything else you think people should know before we go?
2022 is going to be another interesting year in the markets. It's going to be a year for the metals. We saw what's happening in Kazakhstan driving uranium. Energy Fuels has long been one of my preferred uranium companies. I think we're going to see 2022 being the year when everybody understands what inflation really means. When you start paying 20% more for your food, when your gas prices go up by 30%, and everything around you just costs more. And in times like this, commodities have been the place to be. Gold, silver, copper. And I'm expecting that to be 2022.
Well, Peter, not to be all doom and gloom, but yeah, you're correct there. Inflation definitely is going to have a lot of headroom here, and it could go a lot higher, but there are safe havens out there, guys. So go do your own research, check out some commodities. Land is another good one right now. The prices on that are kind of fluctuating too, but get in something a little bit safer than just fiat currency. Everybody, thank you for watching. And once again, if you have any questions, let us know.
Michael, thank you for your time.